Well, good evening, everybody. I'm just putting my phone on silent. Hi, and welcome to. Let me just silence that. That would be good because you can guarantee everybody will message me. That one time I'm on live, everybody will message. Um, Good evening from a very wet, quite chilly Bristol in the UK. How are we all doing this lovely evening? Nice to be back with you. It has been a long time, but I am super excited to be back. Back on a Thursday night, sort of alternating with the lovely Kitty, of course, and getting some lovely projects and inspirations going again. So, I'm going to give everyone a little moment just to come and find me, come and say hello, and show you the lovely project that we've got tonight. This is a great beginner's project, but really effective to look. I think it's a really effective, cool design. It's really versatile what we can do today. So yeah, let's have a little look. Good evening, Rachel. Let's have a little look. Rachel says, good evening from a wet and dreary Barrow. Can't stay for all the tutorials as off to choir practice later. No problem at all. It's not a long one tonight anyway. But lovely to see you. Lovely to see you say hi. Hi, Carol. How are you? Do you have any better weather than we do right now? Because it is not the best at the moment. Where in Bristol it is quite murky, grey, drizzly. Just driving along and then it suddenly starts pouring it down with rain. That kind of day. Likes to keep you on your toes for sure. I'm going to just let everyone have a little moment, come and say hello. I'm going to show you the projects that we have for tonight. Some lovely fun projects that we've got going on. It's nice and simple, a bit of basic chainmail. You cannot go wrong with a little bit of basic, simple chainmail. So let's see. Okay, let's see. We've got Camille. Oh, hello, Laura. Well, oh, hello, Camille. I've never caught the Thursday Live before, usually at Smooth World. I hope you're well. Very good, thank you. And hope all is good with you. But yes, so here we are. Hi, Elaine. Carol, has been raining on and off all day in Essex as well. It's just not the best, is it? Winter is definitely coming. I saw a comment about that in the UK in particular, that we have what we call a false autumn, and I think we just went through that, which was that it's a little bit of sun still out, and then so you have false autumn, false summer, which I think we then just went through, and then you get the real autumn, which does make sense, certainly does. Okay, but well, lovely to see you all. And if you are here, please say hi. If you've got any questions, start with a Q. If you've got any tips, start with a T. Good evening, Mina. So Mina says, good evening, Laura, from a very wet Leicester. It is. Well, I'm glad it's not just us. It's just it's dreary. So what better place to be than here making jewellery and watching tutorials? I think this is the best place to be. Wrap up warm, put your Rudy on, or put a blanket around you, get a nice hot cup of something and sit and let's be creative. So let's take us over to have a little look at the kits that we have today. So I do have my camera here, so let's just switch over. Let's pop that on. A lovely project today. Just clear my little preppy bit out of the way. Lots of nice little samples. Really nice, easy project for the day, but a great, especially with Christmas coming up. Oh no, I said it. Said the C word. Christmas is coming-ish. So again, these are going to be great little gifts. Let's switch the cameras around, and there we are. So we are doing these lovely sort of slider charm style chainmail bracelets. These are really lovely, really easy to do. Very simple, easy, 1 in 1 or 1 in 4 or 1 in 3 or however many you want, one bracelets to be made. So I'm going to show you a couple of different variations, as you can see here. Hi, hi Alonda. Hi from Texas. Hi, how are things there? I bet it's probably better than it is here in the UK. Lovely to see you. More chainmail for you, Mina. Mina's absolutely cracked last week's project, by the way. It was very, very, really nice to see your makes, Mina, and nice to know that you actually feel quite happy and confident with the Byzantine now as well. So, right, let's have a little look at Totally Beads. Okay, I'm going to take you over to the website so you can see how we can go about getting the materials for tonight. Let's have a little look, see at what we have, just lining them up. So let's take you over, share the screen. Okay, just put my hand there because the screen wants to be a bit sensitive. Okay, so as always, we go to totallybeads.co.uk. Apologies if you hear the dogs barking. They are causing a bit of chaos out in the front room. So we have, you go to video tutorials and you'll see there you've got the upcoming ones and some past ones as well. And so this one is I don't know if it's actually been put on here. Actually, I'll see if I can find a link very quickly in a moment for it. Let me just see. Well, it would be, type in, I'm going to stop sharing a moment and find it, so you don't need to see me searching. Let's see what we got. Do apologize if you can hear the dogs barking in the background. It's just they are what they are. Let's have a quick look if we can see. Just trying to find it. Can't see the link. Normally it's there, so bear with me. I do apologize. Charm bracelet. Okay, well, we'll have a little look at what we've got here for the in-between, and hopefully you'll be able to see it in a moment. But basically, we have got 2 different sizes of jump rings, and then I believe you can choose your charms. So let me just try and find it. That's interesting. Bear with me one moment. I'm just having a little look. Oh, this is lovely. I'll just have a quick look at this from Mina. I wore mine to my event last Friday and I had to make a silver Byzantine chainmail for a lady to wear this Saturday. That's really lovely to hear, Mina. And it's lovely to know that, you know, you have that confidence now to go ahead and make that. It's such a great base weave. It lends itself to so many variations as well, which is really fantastic. So, and for any of those wondering what we're talking about, it was the demonstration that I did last Friday morning. It was a chainmail project. It was a Byzantine necklace. I can actually show you that very quickly. So let me just pop over and, oops, I just hid myself. Wrong button. Always helpful. So the project that Mina's talking about is actually this project just here, which was the tri-point chainmail necklace. So you learn how to make your Byzantine weave, but also how to make these little Byzantine tri-points as well. So that was a really lovely project to work on. Let's just have a very, very quick little look and see if I can find the link to this, because for some reason it's not where I want it to be. Okay. That's really let's try that one. Let's just, I don't know where it's gone. I can only apologize. Let's look at chainmail. There we are. Okay, so I'm going to take you back onto the page and show you the link. I do apologize. It is there. It's quite a few down. Thanks, Elaine. I just couldn't see it. I do apologize. But I found it. And another way to find the kits is if you go into tutorials, video tutorials, I found tutorials by techniques. I've gone into chainmail and you will see the chainmail projects there. And it's this nice, easy chainmail charm bracelet just here. But thank you, Elaine. Thank you for putting me out of my misery. You'll see here that we've got the YouTube video, and of course you've got the bundles. So these are really great sort of buildable kits, really. So let me just take you to the base. So basically this is the jump ring pack that you need to be able to create all these bracelets. And so this jump ring pack gives you enough jump rings to be able to make basically up to 10 bracelets. packs. So all you need to do then is go ahead and choose your matching charm pack to go with them. So you'll see there that you will get your 5, 6 and 10 mils. Now I will just explain that your 5, 6 and 10 mils, these are of course your outer diameter of your jump rings. So from the Totally Beads website, we do go by the outer diameter, and that is 5, 6 and 10. If you wanted to talk about your inner diameter, the inner diameter of this would be 3 sorry, 4, 5 and 9 or 8, sorry, there's 2 mil difference between them. So you'll see here we've got your jump rings, you get lobster clasps, you get everything that you need to be able to make these bundles up. So let's go ahead and look at what else you can get. You then can get to choose your pack of enamel beads to go with this. So you'll see here that we've got the black, we've got the blue, we've got the green. Now these are all currently £3.99 instead of £10 full price, and that is for a pack of 10. Now you don't get to choose your what actual beads you get. I do believe it is like a mystery pack, so you can get like a little mixture. It's a mixture of charms in each pack, so you could get a couple of the you can see in this one you might get a couple out of the same of the flowers of the bunnies. They are going to be mixed, so you have the black, which are £3.99, the blue, the green, you have lilac, pink, red, turquoise, and of course the lovely white. Now you can of course just put one bead in the middle of a bracelet, or you could just do 3. So basically what you need to do this is your actual starter kit of 10, 6 and 5 mil jump rings, and then you have your beads that you can add on. And with this kit, with this jump ring bundle here, you will have enough, and including of course your lobster clasps, and you will have enough here to be able to get 10 bracelets. Now that means 10 bracelets with not having charms all the way along the way. So you could have complete chainmail bracelets, and of course just have one charm in the middle if you want to. Of course your add-on packs are £3.99, and they are your 10 packs in all of your multicolors. So is the lovely kits that you have. So as I said, we have some samples here just of how you can mix them up. You can see you've got a couple of this is like a floral one. You've got some different styles of flowers, little sparkles in the middle, a nice cubey diamond shape here. You have your white version, and it's really cute. You have like these little handprints. These are really, really great gifts as well, I think, for to give to parents. So these would be great at like a school fete. If you do any of the school fairs or anything like that, what a great gift to personalize. So you can see here you've got like little pink feet, little blue hands. I mean, I myself, I have a daughter and a son, so I think that this would be lovely to represent my children. And of course I could just put a charm of my choice in the middle if I wanted to. You can see here again a little bit of a mix up in the style. This one's all green on this particular one. You've got the lovely bright pink just here, and again you might have your feet, and you've got little feet, little hands, and you've got that lovely diamond flower in the middle. And then I've got the turquoise version here, so you can see what a choice we've got. Now I've got some red charms just here, the little bunnies with the little sparkly eyes, and then that lovely enamel flower just here. So you can see we have got lots of lovely variety here, really lots of lovely potential, and the weave itself is a really lovely, easy weave to do. So let's go ahead and get started with this. I've seen it now, Elaine. I had a quick scroll because it was annoying me, and I obviously just went a little bit too quick. I can see it was there now, but that's okay. So let's have a quick look. Now you can see here again that we can kind of mix it up a little bit. You can see that we've got sort of like 5 or 4 jump rings on here, 5 jump rings connecting. You could just have 3 connecting. It really is your choice. Have a bit of fun with this. The whole idea really is that we just put these charms onto our design however we want to do that. And as I said, there's a couple of different design options. You can have charms on every single one, and then I've just got here like a little bit of simple 2 and 2 or 3 in 2, I believe there. So I'm actually going to just grab those slightly smaller jump rings. So you get your 5mm, your 6mm, and your 10mm. So you'll see little teeny tinies, and then your sort of 6mm, which are kind of, these are your 3 and 4 if you are sort of going into the chainmail talk, and then you have these 10mm. Now these are lovely and large, and they're great for this actual project, putting it all together. So let's go ahead and just have a little look. Now chainmail itself tends to be named, chainmail has some crazy names, I'm not going to lie. You get some chainmail projects that are called very random things and nothing to do with the actual technique used, but a lot of the time you can use what we would call like a 1-in-1, which is where one jump ring goes into one jump ring, 2 and 2, 2 and 1. They're very self-explanatory, and this is also quite sort of self-explanatory. So it is almost like a 1-in-5, 1-in-5, and it is simply doing that pattern. And then, as I said, you can see here 3 jump rings with 2 going through, so this would be a 3 and 2. There's nothing any more fancy about it other than that is a nice, simple, easy chain to make. So let's go ahead and have a look at these. So I'm going to just I'm going to nab some of my round ones. Actually, I think I'm going to take some off of here. Really great to make it interchangeable as well. If you're making this for yourself, or you want to be able to say, look, if you fancy it being switched up, I can do that for you. It's really easy to adapt and make it slightly different, really easy to add and remove those charms as well. So let's have a little look at what we've got here. I'm just going to take these off of here. Let's see what I can add on. So I want to just show you how easy this is for me to remove them as well. You can see what a great effect this has. So just going to go all the way. I can't find a join. Where is it? There we go. So we're just stealing that charm just there. So let's mix this up a little bit, and let's maybe go bunny rabbits, a little diamond, and then you've got your rounds as well. So the first thing I tend to like to do is go by my center point. If I feel like there's going to be a charm in the center, I personally like to start from the center, and then I can get a visual of either side, build on either side, to see how long that bracelet will be. So I'm going to start off with the bead that for me will be that center point, which is going to be that lovely let me move this down a little bit, lovely sort of diamond shape. Now you'll see these charms are sort of, they have really great generous sort of drill holes. They are sort of slider clasps, so you could put cord through them, but really great for these chainmail designs. Okay, so I'm going to take one of my larger jump rings, my 10mm jump rings, open it if it hasn't already been opened. If you want to open them, then you simply take your jump ring, take your 2 pairs of flat pliers, and just open as if you were opening a door. So widen that out, and you just want to put it straight through. So I want to collect and catch the part that is solid. That's simple. Now I personally quite like to add my closed jump rings at this point. So if you wanted to prep for this design, make sure that if you're thinking all my small jump rings are going to be closed, make sure you take that time to get them nice and properly closed. So even though this jump ring looks like it's closed, if you can see, if it will focus, it is very slightly open. So I would in that case take that jump ring and just very gently give it a little wiggle and line that up nicely. So I would say have a bit of prep done, have your jump rings sort of nice and lined up, ready to go. You can see. and then they're going to just make it nice and easy. So have all of that done before you start putting your piece together. So let's go ahead and do 1, 2. I'm just dropping it around so I've got more of my jump ring visible. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go for 5. And then close that jump ring. Now we just want to close it properly. Really take that moment to really make sure wiggle it backwards and forwards a couple of times so it is nicely lined up. And that is part 1. Okay. So I'm going to take another open jump ring, a large 10mm jump ring that's open, pop it straight through all 5 of those jump rings that are closed, and then take my next bead. So I think I'm going to come in with this lovely little round pink foot, and I'm just again just popping that charm straight on. See how easy that was? Little wiggle, and there is part 1 done. How easy is that, and how effective does this look? So I'm picking up another large jump ring that I've already got open. So we know that all our large jump rings are going to be open. So again, as a prep, you could go ahead and make sure those large jump rings were open and that all those small jump rings were closed properly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Close that up. So again, take your time, give it a little wiggle. Make sure it's lined up nicely. And there's your next step. Take another jump ring already opened, bring it through and collect. And you just continue as you're going. So that is all we're going to do, is just add our charms. Now when you get to the bunny, you do just want to make sure, get that all the way around. It's a little bit of a tighter fit just because it's a slightly different shape. Oops. Have that nice and open. Bring that around. And that will go on there. If it doesn't quite close up properly, and the only one it might not do that on is purely the bunny, what I tend to do is just wiggle that around so that that part goes inside the bead. Just because the bead's slightly different shaped, it's a little bit of a tighter fit, but that is very solidly in there now, and so that will work absolutely fine. So just make sure you rotate that around and it goes inside the bead, and that will be fine. And then you can just, of course, repeat from the other side. So I quite like to do one side to a certain point and then go to the other side so that I can keep an eye on it, and to make sure that it's balanced, because the last thing you want to do is get sort of carried away with one side and then find out when you go to do the other side it's not quite working. So we want to avoid that happening. So I tend to do a little bit and then I can stop, reevaluate my plan. Am I happy with the way it's going? Do I want to change it? Do I want to add any more beads? And so on. And then we could just continue. Now these are looking a little bit messy because I haven't made sure that they were open properly. So it shows you the importance of making sure that your beads, your jump rings, sorry, are lined up and closed properly. So you then just take your next color, your next charm bead that you've decided to use, and collect and close. And then I'm just going to do the same again. Straight through, and you can see how nice and easy that's going through. Really great, simple chainmail, but this is still chainmail. You're still connecting jump rings together. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are still connecting jump rings together and you are still making a chain. It therefore is chainmail. And again, you can play about with this a little bit if you wanted to, and you could make this 3 or however many you want it to be. So I'm just going to, again, remember we said we know that this one's going to be a little bit more tricky just because of the shape of the ears, but it does, of course, work. You just have to factor in that slight difference and then just bring that around. And then you have that one in place. And then we can just continue with our pattern. So this will go through nicely, and then you can just continue your pattern. You can go with the same, or you could decrease it if you fancied it being a little bit different. So I could go 1 2 3 4 5, and I'm going to just continue adding, and then I might go from this into 3 maybe. And then if I go into 3, well, actually, if I look at sort of the pattern here where we've decreased right down, we could switch it to the smaller, even smaller, and then switch it to the 5mm and go 1 2 3. And you could carry on using the large ones. They will still go through those super small ones, and you could actually use those small ones in between as well if you wanted to. It's completely your choice. It's the look you want. You get a little bit more flexibility if you go for those slightly larger jump rings, as in like the 6mm. And then I'm just going to try changing it up a little bit more and add in the 6mm jump rings, which is the 6mm outer diameter. Come on, camera. Come on, you can do this. That's because it's got stuff it doesn't like focusing. There we go. And then of course I could just add my 1 2 3 of my small jump rings, 1 2 3, and I could pick this pattern up now if I wanted to reduce it down. So same technique, just different size jump rings, slightly different pattern. So that technically is a 1 in 3, but I can double that up. So I'm just taking another larger jump ring. Larger is in the 6mm, and I'm going to go through and double up. So through the 3 that are connecting, and then collect the other 3 that we added on, and there is your 3 in 2 chainmail, and you can then just carry on doing that if you wanted to. So just for sake of easiness, I'll just show you again, taking that 6mm jump ring, go through all 3 of those 5mm, add on 3 more of the 5mm, so 1 2 3, and close. And then of course I just want to double that up, so I'm going to take that jump ring, I'm going to just double this up. So she says, go on then, Laura. Now it can get a little bit crowded, but it should work. So just, I find sometimes just lifting it a little bit. So can you see how I've let it fold? That's raised those jump rings up a little bit, and then I should just be able to pop on those 3. Now that's gotten a little bit tight just purely because these 5mm jump rings are very small. Really, they're technically designed to only have 3 jump rings in the middle of them. So let me just triple check that I did that on here. I did, but I'll tell you the difference and why it's given me a little tiny bit of grief. And it's quite simply because I have not closed these properly. So because I haven't closed these small ones properly, they're taking up more space and they're not giving me the space I need, which you can see here. If you take that time, you get that nice finish. So it really is a good proof of the fact that that's why we want to make sure we open and close all those jump rings properly, but they will go on. And I just need to prove it because I know I sound like I'm making excuses. But they do go on, and it did go on. But it's definitely essential you take the time to open and close those jump rings properly. Otherwise, it just makes it a bit trickier for you. But you can see there, that did go on, and then you just pick that pattern back up. So I just add 2 more of the 6 mils and add on another 3 of the 5 mils before I close. And that is how you can get that tapering down. Nice, simple statement bracelet, fun, colourful, easy to wear, very versatile in its design. You can play about with it. You can sort of mix it up a little bit. You can go about different textures. You don't even have to have it matching all the way across. It really is that simple. So we'll just reiterate again what you actually get in the kits. So I'm just going to go very quickly back over to the website, totallybeads.co.uk. Video tutorials. Now you do have to go down a little bit, but you'll see just there is the easy chainmail charm bracelet. And then when you look, you can see the YouTube video. There is your basically your jump ring pack. You can make up to 10 bracelets with this. So a really, really great starter pack for your jump rings. You can never have too many of these jump rings. Honestly, I can't even tell you, but if I explain it to you like this is just like one little pot. I have so many of these pots with all these jump rings because jump ring chainmail can be very jump ring heavy, so you can never have too many. You get for this, you get your 5 mil, your 6 mil, and your 10 mil jump rings. These are going to be great for making these really versatile bracelets. You do of course need those large jump rings to be able to go through these lovely charms, and then I'm going to go back over and just show you now that bundle of jump rings has enough to make 10 chainmail bracelets, and that's not assuming that they've all got charms all along them. That's assuming that you might just want one charm per bracelet. If you actually put more charms to a bracelet, you're going to have even more. So then you have your slider bead enamel packs in the a mixed bag of 10, £3.99 instead of £10, and they are available in black, blue, green, lilac, pink, red, turquoise, and white. I have every color except the lilac here in front of me. Really lovely. So you can see the jump rings, just to note in case I haven't mentioned it, but the jump rings are rhodium colored, just because, or rhodium plated, because they they complement all of the colors that you can get in your slider beads. So that one base color jump ring set will complement all of these colors perfectly. Look at those lovely colors mixed up, all one color, mix them up, whatever you want to do. Have a little bit of fun with these. Great kits for your Christmas stocking fillers, or Secret Santas, anything like that may be coming up, or just a nice present for someone that you don't know what they like. And you know what? I know I say bracelet, but I don't know about you. I like to read books. That's what happens when you don't close your jump rings properly. I like to read books, and I'm actually looking at these thinking how cool a bookmark this would make. Pop it onto a bookmark base. You have a bookmark base and just drop that on. They're flat, so they're not going to damage your book. How lovely would they be? Sort of put the hook into the into your pages and have that going down the front or the spine of your book. I think that's going to be lovely as well. So many options and potential. But anyway, that's me for tonight. I do hope you've enjoyed this. Lovely and quick, easy, fun project for you to help you nice, bright and cheerful on in the UK, this drizzly grey day. I do hope you've enjoyed this project. I'd love to see you share your makes. Feel free to tag me. I am on Facebook as Laura Binding. And I will be back tomorrow morning with another live project. And I will see you, if not tomorrow, next week. Thanks again.